Hey, what it do, what the business is.
It is another week in the books with the On Deck TV show. I am Spike Lou.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, Animal_Brown if you're looking for me.
Absolutely. I am Spike Lou on them same social sites. Holla at your boy back in the saddle for another week. How you feeling out there?
Man, feeling
Animal
good.
Brown, or is it CJ? What am I calling you now?
Hey, man,
A, B, CJ, CD. It's going to use all of the alphabets, dude.
It's whatever tickles your fancy, sir. Whatever you want to. Super Balls.
Jesus.
Action-packed weekend, dude. There's a lot of shit going on. Real low-key.
Yes.
It's real low-key. And we're going to get a chance to touch on a few things. Your man, Fat Joe, got a new book out. We're going to discuss one, are you trying to read that? And two, what rapper do you need a book from if not Fat Joe? Also, Royce the 5'9" says J. Cole just separated himself from the big three conversation. And we are talking Atlanta starting lineups. The championship game just went down. I fell asleep on it because it was trash and it's college basketball. So who watches that anyway?
That's not
we are talking Atlanta hip hop starting five based off of that meme y'all might have seen floating around. But anywho, before we get to that, first things first, let's recap these Grammys. A couple things went down. Kanye didn't show, my guy. Tyler won album of the year again. Cardi dipped, cut off her social media, cut her Twitter off because of the shit she was getting from the Grammys. And then Nas performed, Baby Keem won. There's a whole bunch of shit that went down, man. Tell me what stood out to you.
It was a whole lot of shit that went down at the Grammys. Got a lot of hangover from the other award show with Will Smith smacking the shit out of Chris Rock.
For sure.
So people just wanted to tune in and see would they be able to catch any of the riffs or anything that happened that way. I was one of those people. I definitely tapped in and watched more of the Grammys than I usually would to see was there any controversy there. So great job by the award and the Academy at promoting this and making you look at the Grammys. But to get to what we came for, Tyler album of the year, I'm here for it. I like it. Don't necessarily agree. I hate this shadow banning shit and this shit where they're trying to censor Kanye West. He clearly had the best hip-hop album hands down last year, and he should have been given his flowers. I don't think that he was shown enough attention during this award show due to what he's been doing on social media, but we already knew that. We've talked about it. I won't harp on it too long, but I do think that Kanye West should have won that album of the year. Like I said, I think it's bullshit that they're able to censor him because they don't agree with some of the stuff that he's doing. Doesn't really take away from the art for me. Baby Keem, he won best new artist or something of that nature, or he had the best song, something, but he was able to take Hardware home in his hometown. I know that was dope. I bet that was really, really cool. Shouted out his mom being raised by a single mother. I think he said all the women in his life that put him at this point. I think that was dope. Don't expect to hear a lot more from him. I don't really think that he's that fire. He didn't have zero swag when he up there to get the award, dude. Like that's
no it factor whatsoever.
It's very few rappers with zero swag, dude. Either they white or it's just like clear out industry plant. He's not white. I don't know about the industry plant because he seems to be very artistic and good, but swag is on zero.
Yeah, no, it's quiet.
Nas' performance was dope. Suit was a little big. I get it. He didn't have a shirt on under it. I thought that was really cool. And lastly, Cardi pissed at her fans. Listen, hold on. I'm getting something in my ear here. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Okay. Breaking news, Cardi fans. There isn't an album coming for a very long time. She just went platinum. Every song on the last album, we talked about that, and this was recently. She ain't gonna be releasing music, performances, showing up at Grammy. She ain't got to do none of that. And she ain't. And she let people know by deleting the Twitter and the Instagrams. People were mad at her, going back and forth with her about, they said, alluding to she would be there, dropping hints. She said she did no such thing. I think this is going to continue. Cardi ain't going to be nowhere, no time soon, or dropping no music. Not due to lack of talent or lack of stardom or anything of that nature. It's just like not going to be financially conducive to her. What do you think about the Grammys?
Yeah, she in her Rihanna bag right now. It ain't quite
Thanks.
a Billy, but you can sit back and kick it for a little minute. The Grammys was okay. I don't think they necessarily robbed Kanye as much as you were saying, because he did win an award. He won for Best Rap Song, J.O. featuring Kanye and Jay-Z. He shouldn't have won for that one, though. That's the thing. I think that should have went to J. Cole and Moray with My Life. And then I do think he should have won Rap Album, but Rap Album was a 3-man race between that offseason, that Tyler, and that Donda. I wouldn't have been mad at any one of those three, although I personally prefer Donda over the other two. But I wouldn't have, if J. Cole offseason would have won, I wouldn't have been mad. I wouldn't have been mad at that. Like I
ain't saying mad, but realistically, the best album of those three, like any way that you want to cut it from a technical standpoint, from a production standpoint, like he had the best features. It was the biggest moment. Like that is the hip hop album of the year. J. Cole would tell you that, and Tyler should have got up, man, told you that. That's what should have happened. I don't even know if they showed that though. I cut it off before this.
No, they didn't. They didn't show the Best Rap Album Award, which was some slaw. I'm not sure why they didn't do that. But I will say this, though. Baby Keem, sauce on zero. Just
sauceless.
No it factor whatsoever to be so creative, because I've listened to the album. I'm not a fan, but I understand why someone would like it. I did think the record that he did get nominated for and won with Kendrick was fire. I thought that record was dope. And he shows so much life in the way he makes his music and in the videos too, to go up there and look like on some Milli Vanilli shit. Like, there's no way you did all of this shit, dude. He like the writer. Like, you just like you like the nigga that maybe wrote it and gave it to a nigga to perform. But somebody gotta put a battery in his back, bro. He gotta do something. Like he gotta do something.
If you waiting on Kendrick and Dave Mays, I think that's what he waiting on, right?
I mean, that's
his team. That's what he started out.
Yeah, they all tied in. They all, you know what I mean. I know he's related to Kendrick or whatnot, but bro, he ain't got no it factor, dude. And I don't mean to just shit on his parade like that, but dude,
what's his relation to Kendrick Lamar?
I think they're cousins, or that's his nephew. It's something. They are related though. They are blood relatives.
That's funny.
But other than that, though, nothing really jumped out though. Other than Kanye didn't win, but I wasn't mad at Tyler winning. He's one of the rare people that's won best album, of that category twice. It doesn't happen very often.
When it goes down in the history books, and you look and see that Tyler has 2 Grammy-winning album of the years for hip hop, what will that say about his career for you?
That you got to give him his respect. I think he's done a 180 from when he first came out. When he first came out, it was very niche, in my opinion. He was speaking to a very specific crowd. Now his music is more palatable for people that don't follow his camp like that, or that don't necessarily like. Tyler is a very interesting dude. You know what I'm saying? You may or may not be able to relate to how he acts. But the music is good, dude. I think you'll look at him. He's shaping up to have a very strong career, much stronger than I initially thought. And he's standing out from the pack. Like, he's doing bigger things than Earl Sweatshirt, respectfully. And his other group members, Frank Ocean, wherever he's at. So, like, you got to give it to him, man. Last man standing out the count.
Do you think he's overrated or underrated?
I think he's properly rated. Because that last album that won was fire. Like, I wasn't mad at that shit. That shit was banging.
Yeah, both albums were good. This album was
I
good
get it to
him. I just don't know how people, like, rap is a kill sport. And even when you're an artist like Drake, who people don't consider a traditional rapper, it's still competition. It's still dog eat dog. It's still eat what you kill. I just don't know if Tyler walks in a room, if he puts fear in any other rapper's heart, just because of how he displays his art. Like, if a nigga calling Tyler the Creator for a feature, I don't see him going back and redoing his verse. Not for lack of creativity or bars from Tyler. It's just I don't think the niggas give him that type of respect.
I don't know. Maybe now they do though, because he's jumped on some things that you normally wouldn't have seen him do though. He jumped on some Griselda shit, some Gibbs shit, like you normally wouldn't have seen that, but like, and he held his own. So it's kind of like, oh, that's what's up. He's been more accepted by that crowd, and that's what I think is dope.
He has, and I'm here for it. I like Tyler. I'm not his core fan base, but I do appreciate him widening the circle of what hip hop is. That's what I appreciate most about him. Having 2 Grammy Awards and saying that that's the guy that did it, and he ain't what you would look at and say, oh, that's a rapper. He's not that traditional in the sense of it, but still doing what he does. I like that a lot. I think it means a lot for the culture. So shout out to him for that.
Shout out DJ Drama for winning, because obviously that was a Gangsta Grills. And I said Gangsta Grills are gonna make a comeback, and then they win a Grammy. I am on a roll right now, people. You hear me? I'm on a goddamn roll. Call me Butter. Grills. I'm on a roll.
What did Gangsta Grills win a Grammy for?
This right here. That was a Gangsta Grills project. Call me when you get lost or whatever the fuck.
Drama sure was on that.
Yeah, that was a Gangsta Grills production, sir. Yes. I'm 2 for 2 with these predictions, nigga. 3 years ahead. I'm finna tell you what's gonna happen in 2027 too. I got all of this shit. Shout out to Drama. That was dope.
Bringing that back. All right, moving right along. Speaking of other high-end talent in the hip-hop game, man, Royce the 5'9" had some comments after Dreamville dropped an aforementioned Gangsta Grills project before the Dreamville Fest this weekend. Royce obviously loved the project because he went to social media and said, hey, folks, this project right here, this is what distinguishes J. Cole from Drake and Kendrick Lamar as the head honcho. There is no longer a 3-man race. J. Cole has won. Animal Brown, your thoughts?
Yeah, I get what he's saying, right? He's saying that the executive J. Cole is separating himself from what Kendrick is doing with whatever his label is, PG Lang or whatever the case, whatever it may be, not counting TDE. We know that's not him technically. And from whatever Drake is doing with OVO. And to say that either one of those labels are more successful than Dreamville, yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. They're not putting out the music at this because the project was solid. The Dreamville mixtape or album, whatever you want to call it, it was a solid project. I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't mad at the Revenge of the Dreamers last joint. I thought that shit was kind of dope. And he's making noise and making waves for his squad. Now, my question would be, Royce the 5'9", who from his squad is taking advantage of those waves that he's creating? I'll give J. Cole props for creating the platform, but bro, like, it's a compilation project, dude. Like, is Loot a star? Is Boz, are people checking for Boz new project like that? Like, let's be honest. So it's not as if he's birthing stars, but I will say he's doing everything in his power to set them up, and it's commendable. And if we're comparing labels, then okay, fine. He has the more talented label. I don't know if that separates him from the 3, but that can be a fact.
Well, yes, it does separate him from the 3. Royce is right. Here's what J. Cole has done since he's came in the game. He's continuously checked all the boxes. Y'all niggas want me to have bars. Y'all niggas want me to do the crew thing. You want me to murder every nigga on features. Everything that we've seen any other superstar in any other decade in rap do, J. Cole has done it. But the problem that he's having is the same problem that Kobe Bryant had. It looked too much like Michael Jordan. It looked too much like what we've seen before with a nigga being cold, building the crew with a whole crew of niggas who, they could be Benny Siegel. They could be Memphis Bleak. They could be something, but they ain't necessarily stars. So I get your point there. You're not wrong. But that doesn't take away from what Jermaine Cole is doing. His music has been more consistent. He's came out more consistently, and he's shown that he has the passion to be the person in this spot. So similar to Kobe, when his unfortunate passing and what we dealt with, and we're giving him his flowers now, same thing I think is going to happen with J. Cole. It's going to be too late, and I've said that before on this podcast, once we start to give him the credit for what he's doing right now in the moment in hip hop. Royce is right. Cole has set himself apart because he's shown again that he gives a fuck. He ain't disappeared for 4 or 5 years because he got a good catalog. And Drake is a different beast. To continuously put Drake in this lane is not fair. It ain't fair to Kendrick Lamar. It ain't fair to Cole. And it really ain't fair to Drake because he can't focus on stuff like Jermaine Cole can. Like Drake can't build a Dreamville out. As much as you want OVO to be successful, you're Drake, dude. When you walk through the doors, what the companies want is Drake. They don't want the nigga behind you, beside you, none of that. You can sell that shit in the streets, but where Drake is making moves at, they don't want the OVO shit. They want Drake. J. Cole can sell the Dreamville shit in the streets, and that's the level that he's on. Drake has surpassed that. So that's the reason I would take Drake out of the category and I would put J. Cole at number one.
I mean, I get it. I love the festival, but let's not forget OVO Fest has been going on 7 years now. So Drake did the festival first. Only thing he's missing is the OVO compilation, dude, and I don't really need that.
But he missing it though. J. Cole ain't missing nothing.
I mean,
any box y'all niggas want to put in front of me, I'm checking it. Y'all wanted me to be the bars nigga when I first came out. Cool, I'll do that. I did all right with that. Now y'all want me to be myself and be the grungy, dirty nigga with the bars that knock everybody out the park. Okay, cool. I'm gonna do that too. You want me to build a crew? You want me to have a festival? What do you guys want?
Get a star, birth a star.
I mean, who did that though? Give me another person in history of rap that's birthed a star that's been a star.
Lil Wayne.
Ah, come on, bro.
Drake was not a star when he came out under Young Money, bro.
That wasn't Lil Wayne that did that though.
It's
like Lil Wayne made the introduction to Baby. If them niggas don't have like Baby is the reason behind Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, and Drake. If we go all the way to it, like they can give Tunchi as much credit as they want. The reason that those artists are where they are is because of that $sign logo. That Cash Money thing that been standing for 30 or 40 years, dude.
Them niggas don't rep that. They rep Young Money, though. That's not Baby.
Nah, that's on them. You and I know what's going on. They can rep whatever they want to, nigga. You know, like have fun. But when you show me Lil Wayne when you show me that Lil Wayne can do that consistently, then I'll agree with you. But I don't agree with you because I've seen Cash Money do this for 30 years with the Hot Boys and Juvenile and BG and Wayne and Nicki Minaj and Drake. Like Wayne lucked up and got the introduction. He'd get a finder's fee. But as far as the credit for building that up, I'm giving that to Baby and Cash Money. Cole is the only nigga that did it.
Nah, hell no. Yo,
well, actually, to my point, no rapper has birthed a star.
Yo Gotti got money back. Yo, he a star. Let you tell it.
He ain't gonna surpass Yo Gotti. Like he can sell more than Yo Gotti, but he still ain't bigger than Yo Gotti, I don't think.
Well, you can't outshine the master, man. 48 laws of power.
Well, I mean, that's on these rap niggas just trying to get checks. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I think I don't agree with that. 48, I don't agree with that right there. I think
all right, man. Next up, man, your man's Fat Joe. He made the announcement today that he is releasing a new memoir. It's called The Book of Jose. He says, quote, "The Book of Jose is more than a book about my career. It explores the darkest moments of my life that shaped me as a man, brushes with death, being locked up, losing friends, and dealing with depression." Simple question. Number one, are you checking for this? And number two, if not, or shit, hell, if you are, what other rapper do you need a memoir from?
2 words on checking for the Joey Crack memoir. Hell yes. We've heard the stories. If you were a hip hop aficionado of Terror Squad terrorizing the Bronx, Jay-Z getting hit in the head with bottles, Big Pun shaking life, I am here for it. I definitely want to know the background behind Fat Joe. If not, just for the respect that so many people show him. I got to see where all of that comes from. Like it comes from somewhere. Fat Joe, you always hear the lore and the story. So I want to read more and hear that. I can't wait. I'm definitely going to check that out. It's going to be on my to-read list. If I had to do a memoir of another person who I would just want more information about because they're just an oxymoron to me, is going to be a surprising one. I try to pick someone that I knew that you wouldn't pick as well. And I know for a fact that you don't have Young Algrenard. I would read a Plies memoir yesterday and straight through. Plies was valedictorian of his high school.
I believe it.
He was voted best dressed.
I
He
don't
played
believe that.
football, voted best dressed, played football at Miami of Ohio for 2 years. If I asked you, who do you think is older, Plies or Ben Roethlisberger?
I know Plies is up there, bro.
Man, Plies was at Miami of Ohio, the same college that Ben Roethlisberger went to, 8 years before Big Ben got there. And I found that to be nuts.
I don't believe that.
Big Ben graduated in 2004. Plies last year was in 96.
Get the fuck out of here.
Plies was a sophomore in college in 1996. Anyway, I say all of that to say I would be fascinated by some of the stuff that I would learn in a young Plies all Grenade memoir. So I would pick Plies, man.
I gotta look. Oh, well, yeah, you're right.
Facts. Look, and his name.
Roethlisberger was born in 82. Plies was born in 76.
That's nuts.
That nigga name is Algernon Lanier Washington. That's the most insane rap name of all time.
Under football, he went under Leo Washington or something like that.
You got to.
That you do. You can't go Algernon if you're trying to go to the NFL.
Wow. All right. No, that's a good one though. I'm fucking with that. Because he's seen some things, and we know they say it's his brother. Big Gates was the one that was kind of like out here for real. But still, that's super dope. And I would be here for that Plies too. That's
and it would be funny. Facts.
Yeah, that's a good one. Am I here for the Fat Joe? I am. Only if he's gonna keep it a stack though. Like, are we gonna get the watered down like brand new Fat Joe where he's like done crossed over a little bit and he doing media outlets that you never would have thought he would have, so he can only say but so much. Like, I know he don't want to incriminate nobody or nothing, but I need some, like, give me some real, like, unedited, legitimate stories though, bro. Like, ain't nothing finna happen to you, dog. Let me get the real copy. You can put the bullshit copy out for everybody else. Let AB get the real copy with the real stories in there. I'll be here for that. I just don't want the censor shit. If I had to pick an artist, I would want one. I think we talked about this not too long ago. And we just touched on him just a minute ago. I would want Birdman, but again, I need the real. I don't want the watered down bullshit Apple Music documentary shit that we saw a couple of years ago, because that was slaw. I need the real deal memoir of what it was like with you and Slim coming up and what y'all seen. I just saw KLC tell a story about how Birdman was on the original I'm About It. Like, that's nuts. Wow. That's what I'm saying. Birdman, P was in the, and Silk were in the studio and they were rapping to About It while the beat was just on a loop and they were rapping to it, but Birdman never actually got on it. And so, like, that was before the fallout, if you remember from the documentary. Somebody may have shot somebody else's people, whatever the case may be. But that was before the fallout. So it's little stories like that. I can imagine some million of them that will make a fire-ass memoir, and I would be here for it from Birdman for sure.
Facts. I definitely would here for the Birdman. Like you said, the real Birdman. Though, which I don't.
No fabricated fluff bullshit. I need the real shit.
Where were you listening to KLC at? Where you see a KLC interview?
It was on YouTube. Somebody sent me a clip. And he was telling that story. I was like, oh shit, I ain't never heard that.
I know one of the main reasons I'm reading the Birdman documentary is to find out what happened to Lil Brother now. I gotta know what happened to Lil Brother now. Like, as serious as Ross was about Lil Brother now, I gotta know, is he gonna tell the story about Lil Brother now? That
need to be the first line in the book.
Facts. This for Lil Brother now. Good. Please tell us what happened to Lil Brother now, dude. Moving right on, Lil Brother was talking about that brand new season. If you've been sleeping under a rock, you haven't seen it, but if you've been out here in these streets, Atlanta season 3 is back on FX, and your man's Donald Glover is taking some heat online, man. People giving him criticism, saying it ain't living up to what it's supposed to be. Animal Brown, really simple here. 3 episodes in, is Atlanta living up to the hype, or has it fallen off?
Shout out to my guy Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino. Would love for him to make some more music, but for now, this is what we've got: a TV show from him. One of the most talented people in just in media, in my opinion. With that being said, I was a huge fan of season 1 and season 2. I was scared to death of season 3 because the trailers really didn't hit me like that. They looked very strange. Even though all of their trailers are strange, this one felt a little different. combining that with the comments that he said about this season and the next season, number one, already being shot, but also being the last, and that he really can't wait to stop doing this shit. He said a lot of weird shit was happening. I feel that way as I'm watching this season. That's a lot of weird shit that's happening. And I understand Atlanta can go in that bag, but I feel like they would give you maybe 1 or 2 episodes a season where they just went all the way left field. When I feel like all 3 of these that have aired now, that as of the time of this recording, all 3 of them have been left field. And that is throwing me off just a little bit. I'm still here for it. I'm going to watch the entire season because the writing is too strong. However, I'd be lying if I said this wasn't slower than I would prefer. But I'm sticking with it, though. What you think?
I will stick with it. I'm having a hard time, though. To me, and I'm not sure if we've discussed this on this platform. I know we probably did in the group chat. But the thing about Atlanta, the show for me that made it great, is it being in Atlanta. Like it having that ambiance, like the jail thing, when the nigga got robbed in the drive-through, like the shootout outside the club, like small things were like just so Atlanta. The niggas was racing Michael Vick outside of Onyx. Like when you and I moved to Atlanta, it was like it. Like you would be out somewhere and just like random shit where you'd be like, damn, like that's Birdman sitting right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, or you would be a Cheesecake Factory and Mario Van Peebles is right there next to you and some weird shit. Like that's what happens in Atlanta. I thought that was the subtle beauty of the show. And when you move it somewhere else, I get going on tour. I get the artist growing. I get that part of the story. But so much of it was based on the ambiance of Atlanta. And that's what I loved about the show. So it's taken me a longer time to get the feel for it. And again, like you said, it's been left field. It's been like weird ass topics and episode. And I know you get that once per season from Donald Glover, who is a creative. So I understand tuning into it that you're going to get that. I'm fine with it. But the first 3 episodes of the last 2 seasons hitting me like this really discourages me as a fan of this. I will say that. I'm going to stick around, but I'm discouraged. And to something you said about his comments about the season, saying that he just was weird stuff was happening, he really didn't want to do it anymore. That's the tone of the show for these first 3. It seems like nobody wants to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like it comes off even in the acting. It's like they just like, well, whatever. Like we didn't want to do this. I would rather be doing Black Panther or whatever Marvel movie. Or just like it just seems like everybody is like preoccupied and don't want to be there.
Yeah, and I agree. It's off to a slow start. But you know that a lot of seasons do that, man. A lot of shows do that. It's a 10 episode season to my knowledge, so I'm gonna let it cook. But I know he wanted to compare. He talked a whole lot of shit about coming back out and crushing kind of some of the shows that people have compared his to. You know,
he was talking big boy shit.
Yeah, like, he was talking big dog shit.
The Wire category and the Sopranos is what.
He was talking, and I get it. There's hella layers to these episodes. I understand there's a lot of layers, but do I feel like peeling them back, and do I like how it's being presented to me right now? Not really.
Well, and that's a good point. Because it is layers to it. I promise you I'm getting the genius. I get the thing with the spoiler alert, the tree being cut down. I got that. I got the thing with the jail. Like, I get it. It still ain't hitting, though.
Yeah.
Like, I hate when people are trying to say, well, you're just not, no, I get it. It's not over my head. I promise you I understand what's going on. The thing that made The Sopranos, The Wire, Entourage, all of the other great shows great is they stuck to who they were. And I feel like this show is trying to be something else. Be Atlanta, dude.
It ain't nothing so far like that FUBU episode.
That FUBU episode. That's Atlanta. That's Atlanta. Even going back and looking at the Teddy Rumpkin episode, like that's Atlanta though. Like that's some shit that, like, if you've been out here and you've had like random jobs or heard stories from movers and shit and houses they've been to, like that's some Atlanta shit. Yeah. So like we need that.
I'm hoping they right the ship, but I'm a little weary. I'm not even gonna hold you right now. Dave last season looking stronger. I'm not even gonna hold you, man. Especially the way it ended.
That Dave has been very, very good.
There was some swing and some misses on that Dave too. Let me be clear. They went left field too. However, they stuck the landing. That's why I'm giving this some runway.
They have stuck the landing. 100%.
speaking of Atlanta, though, there was a meme that floated around a couple of days ago, man. I thought it was interesting. It had the Atlanta starting lineup, right? And they were like, nobody can fuck with Atlanta's rap starting lineup. Got us thinking.
Sounds like a mission for the On Deck TV show.
God damn it, it sure the hell does. We have our starting lineup here. I've got mine, you've got yours. And we've got it broken down into categories because that's what you got to do when you're building a roster. You got to fill it out with talent. So we've got number one, your star player. And then you got your number two, your Scottie Pippen.
Your D-Wade.
Then you got your number three, your specialist. All right. Then you got the young gun, the young boy, the rookie, the sophomore, whatever the young boy on the team. And then your fifth person is your veteran. You got to have one of them. And then, of course, you can't have a strong playoff championship caliber team if you don't have a six man off the bench to come heat it up when your starters are struggling. So with that being said, I've got my six. You've got your six. Tell me who your star player and who's your Jordan and your Pippen, your star player and your number two.
I think this is synonymous. Like there's no other way that you can go. If this was like basketball writers, it would be a unanimous pick, first team All NBA. Future, Lil Baby. Future is my star player, and Lil Baby is the number two. It's gonna be a long night for any other city if I got Future at star player and I got Lil Baby at two. I think that's just the right pick. Who your one and two?
My one is actually Lil Baby.
Oh,
I'm giving him the keys
got a young team
to the truck. I'm saying? He's my franchise player. He's Trae Young. I'm giving it to him right now. Pause. Here's the team. We're going to build around you and compliment you. My number two, my Pippen is Quavo.
Oh, my.
Easy call, too. It's not even Quavo. He's the Diana Ross of the Migos. We know he's the most talented out of the group. I think he is still on that level. He does Quavo better than anyone else that tries to do what he does. He got a couple of bangers that he came out with last year. I thought kind of went under the radar. He's got one out right now with Fabio that I think is going up too. So I'm going Quavo as my Pippen. I think he's a great compliment to Baby.
Man, you sounding like the New York Knicks.
Absolutely.
Signing Larry Johnson after the knee surgery. Man, it is over for
I'm holding that L up. You should get corner three, nigga.
You just signed Grant Hill as the Magic. That's what you just did. But I digress. Next, we have our specialist, the number three, the person you have. You know that person that knock the threes down, defensive specialist, somebody who come in and you know what they're going to do their job, and they're going to do it well. For me, the specialist is Thug.
Oh, my God.
I'm Thug.
Oh, my God.
If I got a guy like this, Dennis Rodman in the flesh of the rap game, 5 rings in, give me him. He is the person to put in this spot. If not for nothing, no one else can do what he does. In any other state, in any other city or scene, you don't have a young Thug. Now, it may not be great all the time. You may get a Dennis Rodman moment where he kicking the cameraman. You might get that. But you may also have the streak when he hit 10, 11 games in a row where he had a 3 out of nowhere. Where does that come from, Dennis Rodman? That's what you get with Young Thug. The greatness is there. I'm here for it. Again, may not always be on the same page as him, but I get it. I get the greatness. Young Thug is my specialist.
The Thug and Dennis Rodman comparison was definitely on point, though.
That was some podding right there.
That was definitely podding. That's a fact. He's not in my starting lineup at all, though. Let's be clear. My specialist, I'm going with the 21 Savage, who has been consistent over these last 2.5 years, whether we're talking features, whether we're talking his own projects with Metro Boomin. I can't put the whole team on his back, but I can count on him to be consistent and to deliver the intangibles on a day-to-day, game-to-game basis. Like, he might dive in the crowd. He might have a game. He might have a Draymond Green game when he has 10 assists, when he has 10, 12 rebounds, but maybe he only took 2 shots. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm getting from a 21 Savage. And every once in a while, he'll hit 25. Like, that's my specialist. He's here to do the dirty work. I like 21 in that seat. He has grown on me. He's much improved. He wasn't very highly touted coming out of college. He was a second round pick
from overseas.
Right. He was
overseas
international player from overseas and wasn't much tape on him. So he went second round too.
Facts.
So I got my specialist is 21 Savage, dude.
I like that. Next one, the fourth spot on the roster is your young gun. Yep. Who do you have the young gun to compete? For me, wasn't hard at all. We just reviewed this album. A lot of potential in this person. And I'm going to, what is it? It wouldn't be segregate. Would it be segregate if I'm bringing women into it? Or is that just race? Who knows?
That's a good point.
That's for deeper minds. Integrate. Yeah. Perfect. My fourth spot goes to Lotto. I love the potential. Long-term career I think that she's going to have. As I said when we spoke about her album a couple of weeks ago, or was it last week, the 777 album, big fan. I think she's going to go a long way. She has more to offer than some of the other ladies in the game. Therefore, I think she's going to kill it, and she can really rap. She's used to this. I don't think fame's going to be too much for her when she really, really starts to get the ball rolling because she cut from that cloth. So my number 4 is going to be Lotto.
I'm not mad at that. And I battled with that. I almost pulled that same card, but I went with another youngster. I'm going with JID. We talked about Dreamville and that project that just came out over the weekend. JID's on 2 records. They're 2 of the better songs on there, and I thought he killed both of them. I think he has a lot of potential once he can separate himself from the down south Kendrick vibe that a lot of people get when he raps, because he does kind of give me that. I think he has the potential to put out a strong body of work. I'm still waiting on that. I fucked with a couple of his projects, The Forever Story and that DiCaprio 2, I thought were solid, but his best years are still ahead of him. If he can just get around a nice vet, which I will get to in a second, that can kind of give him the game and get him in the off season, working out in the gym and shit. I think JID can be that guy, the young boy on my team. It's too soon for me to rely on him every night, but he shows flashes, which is what I need him to do, and eventually grow into hopefully a star player. So I'm going Jid for sure. He's growing on me.
That's not a bad pick. He doesn't do it for me necessarily, but it's not a bad pick. He can rap his ass off. I will give him that. Last starting 5 is your vet, who you won't hold in the team down, go-to guy. Easy for me, man. Tony. I had to go with my guy. 2 Chainz, man. Even though I wasn't as impressed with the numbers, his numbers are down a little bit. Production is still there. He can still go out there and give you what he need. As we've seen from his last album, still rapping at a very high level. Just started, he was trying to get out his contract and threw something out there with that last album. What was it? Dope Don't Sell Itself.
Yeah.
It was just cool. But again, one of my favorite artists, so I'm kind of biased. Still think that he has a lot left in the tank, especially when he gets to that point where we talked about the project album that he's doing. What was it with Madlib? Did you say it? Who was he say?
Is it Madlib?
I can't remember.
No.
Alchemist, maybe.
No. Static Selector, same
lane. But I cannot wait for that. Because again, 2 Chainz a rapping ass nigga, man. And to have that as the vet on your squad, strong run, maybe 2-3 years ago, it just ended. Maybe 2-3 years ago, it ended.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. So 2 Chainz. Who you got?
I'm not mad at that. My vet is a little different. This person is 8 albums in, 16 mixtapes in. I'm going Future as my vet. Like, you got him as a star player. I think he's on the other side of his prime.
And cheating. You sounded real J-Hovish out here.
I might be, but I'm saying he's a vet.
Right,
he's a vet. He could still do numbers. His last project came out in 2020.
He's a superstar.
It went platinum. It went gold or whatever the fuck. He's still doing numbers, but he's not moving the needle like he used to because he's got too much competition from other people that are imitating him. Let's be honest. With that being said, I still think he can give you every once in a while. He'll still show you why he is who he is and why he's regarded as one of the kings of this industry in his particular lane. I just can't rely on him to do it every night anymore. He gonna get injured. He your leader. He gonna get injured by the second month.
You ain't been outside. I'm telling you, you won't admit it, but I know it and I see it. We missed the future wave, and I admit it. I know it. I see it, bro. You missed it. I know you did.
Speak for yourself. I was outside.
No, you weren't. You weren't outside. Outside when Future was out. Like, for instance, man, I went to the barbershop and I was asking the guy that cut my hair about this topic. And it was a nigga that was cutting hair down at the other end. Future nigga, like that's the number one. I know all this shit. I got every album. I didn't even know that people were Future fans. Like
you knew that
again, because I missed that way. But this nigga, like, to quote Future as like a lyricist and say that he better than T.I. and just the ultimate fandom that we seen from your mans. There was a Project Pat fan at MTSU. Like, I didn't know Future had fans like that, or I missed when he captured those fans outside. You're right. I didn't know he had them, but I wasn't outside when he was gaining them. I'll say that.
See, I was outside, and I can tell you how it went. Nigga,
okay. I'll let you lie to the fans.
I was in Strokers when that goddamn Future rung off, nigga. I know what it felt like, nigga. Going off that Meech. Patron and lemonade, nigga. I was in there.
Okay, Meech.
I was in there with the Tigers and shit, nigga. I can tell you how it went down.
Oh, sure.
Nah, but Future's my vet though. Fuck that. You still think he has prime? That's big cap. And whoever told you that was bullshitting too. Who's the sixth man though? You gotta have somebody come off the
Future
bench.
might be in the primest prime of any artist that's rapping right now.
Fuck no.
That might be the prime that he's in. Like Future, it ain't a
no.
Future can pull up on anybody's set and rock it, and people will be elated that Future was there.
Yeah, playing songs from 2014, nigga. Yes.
I don't care what you can play songs from because he's a mega star. So I do have songs from 2014 that you can play. Congratulations. My point in saying that your man's who you probably thinking of, Drake, he pulled up to a set and got booed. That happened in real life. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, Future. No, mega star. I'm telling you, it ain't one set in America. The black people there. Well, I'll limit it to black people. Some white people, 2 sets, maybe a Taylor Swift set or something. It ain't one set in America that Future ain't pulling up to, playing that March Madness right now, and it's going crazy. Promise you that.
Man.
And he got like 3 or 4 more of those.
Old ass song. Who your 6th man, dude? Old ass shit.
Easy 6 man. This is it. Like, if I got this man coming off the bench at 6, I'm definitely winning. I'm pushing P all through the playoffs. My man, Young Gunner, strong year. Trademarked the term pushing P. Got everybody saying it without even knowing what it means. I don't care if he stole it or not. I like the young man swag. May not necessarily be there for his music 100%. Got some cool songs for me, but this is the complete other side of the coin. When we talked about your man Baby Keem earlier and having no sauce, this is what having sauce looks like. And he got sauce, sometimes too much sauce, but he definitely got sauce. And Baby Keem is like the doppelganger, no sauce Gunner. Yes.
He the Jordan Peele to us, nigga, when it was the little family on the other side too. He that version. Like, damn, nigga.
Damn, that's funny.
But no, my 6th man is also Gunner. Mainly because I spent my budget, my salary cap on my starting 5, so I had to get somebody cheap. Budget.
Yeah, Future not playing for the vet minimum at all.
I had to get somebody cheap, man. So I just went and got Gunner. Listen, I can't depend on him as a starter. He's too inconsistent. He can't do it on his own. He has to have a feature. If he doesn't have a running mate with him, then we can't name a solo Gunner smash.
Did you just pick Gunner the shit on him?
No.
It sounds
I'm spitting facts though. He still made the roster. The nigga not in the G League. I ain't gonna do him any kind of way, but I'm just saying there's a reason he's on the bench. But nah, he's doing his thing, and he's proven that with the right combination of artists, he can make hot records. He just can't do it by himself. That's all. He's Jamal Crawford. That's all. And nothing wrong with that. Jamal Crawford probably gonna go to the Hall of Fame, dude. So like,
he's definitely Lou Will.
Or Lou Will. That's what I'm saying. That's same to me. That's the same
Facts.
person.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not mad at that, but that's my 5. I got Lil Baby as my star, Quavo as my number 2, 21 Savage as my specialist, Jid as my young gun, Future as my vet, and Gunner as my 6th man. I'm going 72 and 10 easy. Who you got?
I got my star player as Future. I don't know what you're talking about. My number 2 is Lil Baby. My specialist, Young Thug. My young gun, Lotto. My vet, Tony. 2 Chainz. And my 6th man coming off the bench, getting it in, Gunner.
Man, funny thing is, I just mentioned 72 and 10. Did you watch Bomani on Breakfast Club?
I did not. When was he on there?
He was on there today.
Oh, shit.
They talked sports, and he said, this just made me think of that when I said that. He said, nobody cares about the NBA regular season anymore. And he said, because when the Warriors went 73-9 and lost in the finals, the regular season didn't matter after that. I was like, damn, I ain't think about that. He got some real good takes on them, and I fuck with Bomani.
Bomani the best in the business.
Y'all
ain't on Bomani, but he the best in the business, man. I've been saying this for a while in the group chat. Everything he drop, I listen to. Best in the business, hands down.
Yeah, it was a good interview.
And I agree with that. That's a good take. Y'all are way bigger basketball fans than I am, though.
I'm saying just for the casual fan, it don't mean as much no more.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Guys, let us know who is your Atlanta starting 5. Let us know, should we do different cities? Throw a city in the comments on YouTube, man. Who we should do next? Maybe Chicago? I don't know. Maybe LA?
Let us know. Chicago, LA,
Detroit?
Memphis, Detroit.
Yeah.
This could be fun. New York.
Do New York got 5?
Y'all ain't got y'all 5?
Hey, New York. I don't know if y'all got 5.
Y'all ain't got 5, do y'all? Man, we ain't even. Y'all run 4-on-4. Y'all run 4s. No,
we gotta do big 3. We can do big 3 with New York.
New York definitely doing the half court 3s. They running 3s. Jim Jones in your starting 5 as a superstar is nuts.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Also, too, what we can do if we want to do New York, it can be like every team doesn't have these 5. It can be star player.
That's true.
Number 2, specialist, young gun, or young gun.
That's
vet.
true.
Like we can do it that way too. So
that's a good point.
You guys get creative with us. Drop them starting 5s on all the social medias. Let us know that you're participating out there and tell us what city to do next. Like AB said,
I like that. Let's get to these wins. Yeah, man. Let's get to it. Win, W or L. A guy on Instagram, and that's all I got. A guy on Instagram accuses New York rapper Lil TJ of robbing him at gunpoint and claiming that the rapper is broke. Win or loss?
Man, this is a L for Lil TJ. Lil TJ took racks from this man who is an Instagram influencer, took some Cartier bracelets, pawned those. Yep. The man says Lil TJ is flat out broke out here, and that's why he's taking money from his quote unquote friends. Now, this story is nuts. I guess to get Lil TJ street cred.
Yeah, right? I don't know if this is the attention you want to be put out there as being broke. The influencer did threaten to post his home address. He said he had some like a little small ass house.
This influencer dude that he robbed be shaking. I can see why he robbed him too. That nigga flexing, dude.
Yeah, he had the money phones on deck.
He really probably ain't broke. He just thought you was weak. Instagram guy. He just thought, oh, it's easy lick. Come on with this nigga.
Oh shit. Keeping it IG, win or loss, your boy DJ Academic loses his Instagram account that had, wait for it, 4.5 million followers, and he has yet to say anything on Twitter about this. So I don't even know if he knows that he doesn't have an Instagram right now.
It's nuts. He's still off Twitch and YouTube and all those good things. But I hate this, that as I've said with many other topics, from Joe Rogan to Kanye West or whatever, the shadow ban stuff from social media platforms goes a little too far for me. Don't know what Academics did, but I do know that I think that he should be able to get it in with his 4.5, like robbing him of that access to those people that fuck with him. That's nuts to me.
Yeah. Still though, 4.5 million followers, that's a lot of followers. That's a lot of customers too. If you got something to push. So you don't want to lose that.
Facts.
Last W or L, Polo G, your man's confessed that he almost overdosed prior to shooting his Heartless video in 2019. Said he was on a hospital bed, almost died from popping too many pills, left out of the hospital and went straight to filming that video. WRL.
That's dedication, right?
I guess.
I guess it's a W if he's telling people not to do pills and drugs because it almost cost him a popular video of his. I'm hoping that's the way that he's trying to portray that, and not that I can almost overdose on pills and still do this. So hopefully he can turn this into a W and he doesn't pop pills anymore to the point of overdosing, and he'll continue to shoot videos.
Yeah, he said that was it. He was done after that. The video Heartless surpassed 100 million views. So he was kind of reflecting on that milestone, which is nuts. That's a shitload of views.
It is.
So shout out to Polo G. Yeah, please don't overdose on no pills, y'all. God damn. On Decker of the Week, we are going to YouTube. Someone left a comment on the aforementioned Lotto review that we mentioned. Shout out to L.E.E. L.E.E. They said while this album has hints of R&B, it's predominantly hip hop. She shows her range of hip hop styles, from sexual styles to heavy hitters to trap 808s. Is she the next Nicki Minaj? No, but the album showed. Oh, that's because this album showed no innovation. In fact, she decided to use one of the most famous flows of hip hop, biting Juicy J's "Slob on My Knob." I thought they were going to show this album props, but they've kind of went left. She can rap, I give her that, but she is not captivating enough in her lyricism or imagery. Most of the album to me sounded like a whole bunch of songs that were made to hopefully blow up on TikTok and social media. So that was one of the complaints that we both had as well, in terms of records that were microwavable, were blatant attempts at social media hits. So I feel them on that. So shout out to L.E.E. for the comment.
She is young.
For sure.
And this is one of her earlier projects.
And she might be on TikTok all day looking at these videos. And it might be her bag.
And that's her audience, right? Exactly.
That's true.
So, that being said.
That's a fair point. No, we appreciate the comment. YouTube.com/OnDeckTV. Make sure y'all hit subscribe and follow. There will be more bonus YouTube exclusive content coming very soon. So you're going to want to tap in for that. We have a very special put on. Throw me the oop. What you got for the put on this week, man, for the listeners?
Absolutely. A very rare dual put on, man. We are a very popular show in the Nashville, Tennessee area. So we're talking to our Nashville people specifically right here in the put ons. And if you happen to be visiting Nashville, it's up and coming city. Thank you, commerce team, for paying us for this ad. No, I'm joking. But no, it's a new restaurant in the city, man. One of our longtime supporters is doing her thing as far as she was selling the plates on IG, had the city going crazy, got the killer cakes. And that's our girl, Young Quita Cole, QC's Kitchen, opening in April in Nashville, 319 Peabody Street. We had to show her some love. Food is A1. Cakes are A1. Go check her out. Tell her the On Deck TV show sent you. Fire.
Yeah, man, I got to have it. As soon as that opened up, next time I'm in the Ville, there's no question I'm pulling up.
I will be making a trip down there just to go to QC's Kitchen. Y'all go check her out, man. She does her thing.
Yeah. Super dope, man. Going from the kitchen to the storefront, bro. Like that's dope. That's dope, bro. That's what it's about.
Going with the spoon. She been building it up, and now she out there hitting you over the head with it, man. Y'all make sure y'all go support our people if you're in the Nashville area. Again, that's QC Kitchen, 319 Peabody Street.
Absolutely. Did you have another put on for me?
Another put on. What have I been watching? I told y'all about Top Boy, right?
For sure.
If you got one, give it to me. Let me find one.
No, I really don't have one. Shout out to the NBA season wrapping up. My Pistons, the draft lottery is coming soon. We will be a dynasty here shortly. So just give us time. So big shout out to the NBA season wrapping up. My Pistons are looking amazing. The best bad team in the NBA. Looking forward to next season. MVP Kate Cunningham. I'm thinking 3rd, 4th seed, playoff, home court, easy all next year. Let's get it.
I'm sorry, I fell asleep. You were talking about the NBA?
Yeah, absolutely. It's wrapping up. Another season in the books. That's my put on. Watch out for my Pistons next year. Oh yeah.
No, I ain't really have a put on for this week, man. I get the people something special next week. We appreciate you joining us for the On Deck TV show. Go cop some shirts. Go cop, support the real. Go and get your On Deck TV show shirts. We ain't dropping the price this time. If that's what people are waiting on for it to go down and catch the sale, man, go ahead and cop these. Support Black businesses. And also SnowSchool. SnowSchool is in full effect. Me and Big Jeff just dropped the episode yesterday, season 5, episode 7 of Snowfall, the FX series. The podcast is the official, unofficial podcast of the show. We cooking over there as far as Snowfall. How you feel about it as a fan right now, Snowfall?
It just picked up this last episode and a half, but up until this point, it's been mid. I'm not gonna lie.
Interesting. Well, if you think the same thing as Animal Brown, check out SnowSchool to add some excitement to the season, as we do over here at the On Deck TV show.
Absolutely, man. And we appreciate everybody for tapping in. Links in the bio for everything that has been named. Links in the description. I always say bio. I guess it's just a habit. Links in the description for everything named. And we will see y'all next week. We out.
Yep.